It happened to you to be in a public area where you see a child jumping everywhere, embarrassing his mother in front of everybody, screaming at her, and you said in your mind, if it was my child, I will teach him a lesson. Yes, it happened to every most of us. However, if we try to understand the reason of the behavior of that child, I mean, we might change our thoughts. That child might suffer from what we call the HDAD, which is uh, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and according to American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, this kind of disorder of the brain can affect some areas in our brain that solve problems, control our impulsives, and start other actions. I'm going to talk about the type of ADHD, the causes of it, some remedies, and also some home therapy. Some therapy of it. The most traditional type of HDAD, there is one called predominantly attentive. Kids that they are affected by this has a hard time to pay attention to details, to be organized, or to finish a task. The other type is predominantly hyperactive, impulsive. This kind of children, they talk a lot, have hard time to stay still to finish their homework, or try to interrupt others in appropriate ways. The third type is the combined presentation symptoms of the two types I already mentioned. Some of the cause of HDAD, and the one that it's most popular is it's from heredity, and this is according to National Resource of ADHD, that there is more than 20 studies, genetic studies, that lead that the most cause and common cause of the ADHD is something running from the family, which is heredity. There is other minor causes as far as premature birth, being exposed to lead in very early age, or also brain injury. This is said. I will talk now about what is some of our medication of ADHD and remedies. The two most known there is a stimulant medication, which are Adderall and Ritalin, and those most two medication they are the most popular in using for this ADHD. As being a pharmacy technician, this kind of medication has very bad side effect as far as they can affect the normal growth of the brain, or some side effects can go to hearing voices, hallucination, and now they're trying to alternative that with the therapy, which is not using medication or using both. There is another medication called Statetra. It's known as has less side effects, and it can last more than 24 hours. Other alternative can go starting from home by having good nutrition in scheduled time, like having snack time at the same time, having little protein, and try to monitor the zinc and the iron of the child, having a lot of omega fatty, omega-3 fats, like fish or things like related to that. Trying to set at sleep time, trying to be sleep time need to be enforced. Most of the kids have very hard time to sleep with this kind of disease. This kind of disorder. So it is to help them is try to turn the electronics as far as TV like 1 hour early, and there is also some sport that you can put them in sport, like any kind of sport that monitor body movement, like martial arts, dance, anything like that. There is other therapy that's is done by professionals, and according to American Academy Pediatric, there is two things to do. Is first set specific goals in doing things, and try to provide rewards for them when they behave in good way, in good manner, and having the consequences if they fail to behave on the you know, in the appropriate way. And they advise to enforce this, because on the long run it will educate their behavior. As parent and professional, or as a regular sibling, knowing about ADHD and its symptoms can help us to help our children to help themselves, and teach them how to help themselves, and or at least try to understand and not labeling them, because the cause of it, it's not, there is no fault of anybody. It's coming from heredity, or coming from other, you know, other if it's not from injury or anything like that. So it's something not controlled.